Kris Kristofferson, the legendary country singer, songwriter, and actor, who seamlessly balanced a prolific music career with an impressive body of work in film, has died at the age of 88. The iconic musician passed away peacefully at his home on Saturday, September 28, 2024, surrounded by loved ones. His family confirmed the sad news in a statement on Sunday night, expressing their deep sense of gratitude for the time they had with him. "We're all so blessed for our time with him," the statement read, signed by his wife Lisa, his 8 children, and 7 grandchildren. "Thank you for loving him all these many years, and when you see a rainbow, know he's smiling down at us all." Kristofferson's death marks the end of a remarkable career that spanned over 5 decades and saw him become one of the most respected figures in both country music and Hollywood. His contribution to the world of entertainment is immeasurable, and he will forever be remembered for his unique blend of grit, emotional vulnerability, and literary brilliance in songwriting. Admired for his authenticity and poetic storytelling, Kristofferson was a force in the music industry, frequently topping the U.S. country charts with his own songs, while also penning hits for other legendary artists such as Johnny Cash, Janis Joplin, and Gladys Knight. Kristofferson's career was as diverse as it was influential. In the mid-1970s, after achieving significant success as a songwriter, he ventured into acting and worked with some of the greatest directors of the time, including Martin Scorsese and Sam Peckinpah. His role in the 1976 remake of A Star is Born, opposite Barbra Streisand, earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor. Streisand, in a heartfelt Instagram tribute to her former co-star, described Kristofferson as a special and charming performer. "It was a joy seeing him receive the recognition and love he so richly deserved," she wrote. Tributes from other music legends also poured in following the news of Kristofferson's death. Dolly Parton, a close friend and collaborator, shared her sorrow at the loss of someone she described as a great writer, a great actor, and a great friend. The pair performed together on the poignant ballad, "From Here to the Moon and Back," a testament to their deep connection both musically and personally. "What a great loss," Parton wrote. "I will always love you, Kris." Country singer Reva McEntire also paid tribute to Kristofferson, calling him a gentleman, kind soul, and a lover of words. McEntire expressed her gratitude for having had the chance to meet him and praised him as "one of my favorite people." Born on June 22, 1936, in Brownsville, Texas, Kris Kristofferson's early life was marked by discipline and a strong sense of duty, qualities instilled by his military family. His father was an Air Force Major General, and Kristofferson was expected to follow in his footsteps. However, while he excelled in academics and later became a Rhodes Scholar, his true passion was writing. After attending high school in California, Kristofferson went on to study literature at Pomona College in Southern California, where his talents as a writer began to emerge. His literary prowess earned him a prestigious Rhodes Scholarship, and he went on to study at the University of Oxford in England. Despite his promising future in academia, Kristofferson was increasingly drawn to music. Inspired by the burgeoning rock and roll scene, he began performing under the stage name Kris Carson during his time in the UK. However, his early attempts at recording music were unsuccessful, and the songs he created during this period were never released. After returning to the United States, Kristofferson joined the Army and became a helicopter pilot, continuing to write and perform music during his military service. His decision to pursue music full-time after leaving the Army in 1965 caused a rift with his family, who were disappointed that he had chosen a career path so different from the one they had envisioned for him. "I took pride in being the best laborer, the guy that could dig the ditches the fastest," Kristofferson once said, reflecting on his decision. "Something inside me made me want to do the tough stuff. Part of it was that I wanted to be a writer, and I figured that I had to get out and live." Determined to make a name for himself in the world of country music, Kristofferson relocated to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of the country music scene. However, his early years in Nashville were not easy. He worked a series of odd jobs, including as a bartender and janitor at Columbia recording studios, while continuing to write songs in his spare time. In the late 1960s, he began writing songs for established country artists like Jerry Lee Lewis, Ray Stevens, Faron Young, and Billy Walker, but his own career as a solo artist struggled to take off. Kristofferson's breakthrough came in the early 1970s in one of the most audacious moves of his career. In a bid to get Johnny Cash's attention, Kristofferson landed a National Guard helicopter on Cash's front lawn and personally handed him a tape of his songs. Reflecting on the moment years later, Kristofferson admitted it was kind of an invasion of privacy that I wouldn't recommend. But the bold move paid off. Cash was so impressed by Kristofferson's song, Sunday Morning Comin' Down, that he recorded it, and the single went on to top the country charts in 1970. The song also won Song of the Year at the Country Music Association Awards, catapulting Kristofferson into the spotlight. That same year, Kristofferson recorded the first of what would become 18 studio albums during his career. His songs, marked by their raw emotion and profound storytelling, resonated deeply with listeners and fellow musicians alike. His track, Me and Bobby McGee, which he wrote for Janis Joplin, became a #1 hit in 1971 after her death. The song remains one of the most enduring and iconic country songs of all time. Other notable hits written by Kristofferson include Help Me Make It Through the Night, which became a hit single for Sammy Smith and was later covered by artists such as Elvis Presley, Gladys Knight, and Mariah Carey. In addition to his success as a songwriter, Kristofferson's deep, gravelly voice and rugged persona made him a compelling performer in his own right. Over the years, he recorded duets with numerous stars, including Willie Nelson, with whom he formed the supergroup The Highwaymen alongside Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings. The group became a symbol of outlaw country, a subgenre that rejected the polished, commercial sound of mainstream country music in favor of a grittier, more authentic style. While Kristofferson's contributions to country music are undeniable, his work in film also garnered widespread acclaim. After making his acting debut in the 1971 film, The Last Movie, directed by Dennis Hopper, Kristofferson went on to appear in numerous films throughout the 1970s and 1980s. His most famous role came in 1976 when he starred opposite Barbra Streisand in A Star is Born, a role that earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor. His collaboration with directors like Martin Scorsese and Sam Peckinpah further established him as a serious actor, and his performances were marked by the same vulnerability and authenticity that defined his music. Kristofferson's legacy as a trailblazer in both music and film is secure. His songs continue to inspire generations of musicians, and his acting career paved the way for future artists who sought to balance both mediums. His death has left a void in the world of entertainment, but his influence will continue to be felt for years to come. As the tributes continue to pour in, it is clear that Kris Kristofferson was much more than just a country music star or actor. He was a storyteller, a poet, and a man who lived life on his own terms. His songs, filled with raw emotion and timeless themes of love, loss, and redemption, have earned him a permanent place in the pantheon of great American songwriters. His fans, friends, and family will undoubtedly miss him, but his music and his memory will endure forever.